What's up, warriors? Coach Victoria Isla, and today I'm just gonna keep it a little casual here. I'm sitting on my yoga mat and just having a conversation about some older videos that I posted on costochondritis, which is pretty much inflammation in the cartilage of your rib cage. So rib cage kind of attaches to your breastbone, right here in the middle, and there's inflammation going on. Many of you have commented on those videos and you guys are like, I'm not having the same symptoms or the same pain in that same location as you. And that's because everyone's condition is different, guys. And the reason why it's gonna be different is because your reason of getting it is different than my reason of getting it. I mean, if I look back at, I was doing maybe repetitive movement, a lot of exercise at the time, a lot of CrossFit. So for me, it could have been induced by exercise, by this repetitive movement. For you, it could have been, a fall, or maybe you accidentally crashed into something, or maybe you got in an accident. So everyone's source of getting costochondritis is going to be different. So of course, my source of pain is going to be completely different than yours. I mean, and in some cases, it's going to be similar to my story. So, everyone's story is different. So that's why you're going to have, a different pain location. And I think honestly what makes this so difficult for us to understand, especially when we go to our doctor visit and we ask the common questions like, well, why did it happen? Okay, well, why, how do I make this pain go away? Usually the process is they give you, an anti-inflammatory, so like Advil or Naproxen or, Tylenol, whatever they're giving you over the counter. They obviously, the doctor's probably going to prescribe you something like the milligrams are going to be a little bit higher if it's prescribed. But usually they tell you to ice it, rest, the whole RICE process. But then you go on and you're like, it's not getting better. And like for me personally, it took me several months to get better. And it's very frustrating, right? And what sucks is that when you go to the doctor, and even though we have different reasons on why we got costochondritis, so I think the doctor and the physician pretty much puts us all into this label or into this box where, oh, well, your rib cage hurts, you're having inflammation, it's costochondritis, right? So now I'm not here to give medical advice. I'm no way, in the medical field, anything like that. I'm just, a certified personal trainer. I specialize in corrective exercise as well, but it kind of sucks that we go to the doctor and we have, different locations of pain, and we can't find the source and we don't know how to get rid of it. But today, I'm going to talk about something really interesting that I have learned over the years in movement. What I'm going to share with you today is a little different than what a physical therapist would share with you, or what your doctor would share with you, or what your chiropractor would share with you, because I'm going to talk about movement dysfunctions in particular, so movement rather than, so I'm kind of hitting it from my specialty or from my specialization, which is training, exercise, movement, stuff like that. So in corrective exercise, one of the things that I do is that I look to see if you have any misalignments in your body, okay, through movement. So in other words, if you have a dysfunctional movement, there could be something misaligned in your body. So if there's misalignment, there's bad movement. So anyways, this is kind of like what I've been doing and what I've been learning, and what I want to pass on to you is that maybe we can hit it from a movement perspective. So if you're just in the beginning stages of costochondritis, I don't recommend a lot of movement because you're in pain. So if you're in pain, follow your doctor's orders and rest. But what I don't recommend is that you stay lifeless and not move because you're scared that you're going to flare up. Okay, one of the things that I had to get past in my mind over the months of having costochondritis was that you know, I gotta move. I gotta start moving again, because if I don't, this is gonna get worse for me. We want to balance that out. Okay, so again, I'm not asking you to do crazy movements, especially if you're in the flare-up stage. That's a no-no. But I want you to try a couple of things to see if it helps you. If you're misaligned, this could be one of the reasons why you have chest pain or inflammation in your rib cage. Okay, so let's talk about that. So the first thing we're going to get into is rib cage alignment. And doesn't it make sense for costochondritis, because obviously we're having a lot of pain in this area? What if our rib cage is misaligned, right? So, and it's very common, believe it or not, because we have really bad posture and really bad breathing habits. You're not gonna tell me that you don't have any posture problems. I know I do. If you're on the computer, if you're on your phone, if you're sitting on a couch, if you're driving your car, whatever it is, sitting long hours at the office, you're gonna have some kind of postural issue. Okay, and it's great for me to put this out there in case you want to be seen by someone or get like an assessment done, because I would recommend that. So anyways, rib cage alignment. When our rib cage misaligns, that causes so many issues all throughout the body. If the rib cage is misaligned, your pelvic area will be misaligned, even your shoulder complex will be misaligned. Okay, so one thing leads to another, because we need to start thinking of the body as it's all connected and interlaced together. Okay, so everything in your body. So if you have an issue here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be everywhere. Okay, so I just want to open your mind up to that that concept there. Okay, so rib cage is not aligned. Let's say our rib cage is not aligned. How do we restore alignment for that? Believe it or not, it has a lot to do with your breathing. Best thing to do, and I've done a video before for breathing, but it was more related. I kind of targeted the still Mace training stuff. So for you, for costochondritis, breathing. Okay, let's talk about breathing. Let's relate it to that. Let me target that real quick. So when we breathe up in the chest, okay, that is a stressful way of breathing. And what we want to start doing is breathing into the belly. This is how we were born to breathe, but because of adulthood, because of all of these, our environment, because of our environment, we are now used to breathing up here. So the best way to know if you have dysfunctional breathing is to just put one hand on your chest, the other one on your belly. And I want you to just breathe normally. Are you breathing into your belly or are you breathing into your chest? All right. If you are a heavy chest breather, okay, which most of us are, especially in our stressful lives, our rib cage gets misaligned, so it starts lifting. Everyone's unique, guys, so I do not know if you're going to have this or not, but it's worth a try to try some of these exercises I'm going to share with you. Why the heck not? They're not going to hurt you, right? So anyways, everyone's unique, so I'm not sure if you're going to have these issues or not, but try it out. But yeah, so anyways, the first exercise that I'm going to give you is to breathe correctly. Okay, lay flat on the floor on your yoga mat. You can also do it on your bed, that's fine. And what you're going to do is exactly what I just said right now. Put your hand on your chest, the other one on your belly. And I want you to breathe into your belly until it becomes natural. So your session stops. Okay, so you're gonna ask me, well, how many times do I breathe in? How many minutes? I want you to do it until breathing into your belly feels natural. Okay, so meaning you're no longer breathing into your chest in that amount of time that you do your session. Okay, so that's your first exercise. And how often should you do it? Honestly, it's breathing. You can do it as much as you want, okay? The more you do it, the better. I mean, you can actually practice this if you're doing meditation, or if you're thinking of doing meditation, you can even practice this during meditation in a seated position like me. So, yeah, start breathing, guys. Breathe through your belly. That's the first exercise that I will share with you. So now that you're breathing into your belly, okay, let's say it took you 5 minutes to get there, or maybe even 10 minutes. Just depends on how badly of a chest breather you are. But let's say your session was 5 minutes, and that's how long it took you to breathe naturally into your belly. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna sit up, okay? And I want you to not only breathe into your belly, so not just here in the front, right? I want you to start breathing out all the way to the back, okay? So now we're kind of not just focusing here, now we're breathing all around, okay? So make sure you're breathing to the point where you feel your breath or your air kind of like a balloon in the center, and it's just expanding. At this point, you're probably thinking, well, why are we having to breathe kind of like all around and expanding that breath, right? It's because intra-abdominal pressure, okay? That's because. That's why you want to do it. You're adding this nice like belt around your trunk, and this allows you to stabilize, okay? Now you have trunk stability. And when you have this trunk stability, guess what happens? Your posture gets better, okay? Now you're aligning your posture by breathing in this manner, okay? Now, naturally, we want to get there, but that shouldn't really be the focus, right? So as long as you're breathing into your belly, like that's the first step, okay? Because you need to make these changes slowly. It's not gonna happen overnight, and that's why you gotta practice it every other day or every day, whatever routine you end up doing. But, you know, the intra-abdominal pressure, okay, the full-on circular breathing, that's really great when you're exercising, okay? Really, really great. It protects your spine, keeps you nice and stable, right? Good posture. Now, in everyday living, that's probably not going to happen unless you're actually focusing on it and you're sitting down and you're practicing it, okay? And that's fine. The main focus here is to start breathing through your belly throughout the day, okay? That's kind of like the goal for anyone and everyone. That's the goal for me. I mean, I know that when I get stressed out, I'm breathing through my chest, and that's okay. We're not trying to be perfect here. We're just trying to introduce, no, that's not the word. We're trying to restore our breathing. There we go. We're trying to restore and get back to our primal way of breathing, okay? And anyway, so those are the 2 exercises that I would recommend that you do. It's really all about breathing, guys. That is going to help you. And really, when you think about it, I've had a couple comments say, you know, I've been having so much pain when I breathe, it hurts. Are you breathing through your chest, or are you breathing through your belly? So if it's hurting in your chest when you breathe, you're probably breathing through your chest, okay? So, you know, and I'm not saying that this is going to fix everything for you. I'm not saying that the pain is going to miraculously disappear. But if we're breathing through our belly, this could also reduce your pain if you're breathing into your chest, because you don't want to breathe through there, especially if you're inflamed. This might even help in that case to reduce pain if you're having pain in the chest, okay, from costochondritis. So breathe into the belly, guys. Practice the intra-abdominal pressure, right, where we're now breathing not just only into the belly, but all around like a belt, okay? Practice those 2. Practice it every day until it becomes natural, and that's just what you do. So in the meantime, watch this video, practice it, and I will make sure to release a couple more exercises that you can do, including how to align your pelvic area, which is also very important for the whole aligning and alignment of your body to see if that will help reduce your costochondritis pain, and ultimately, hopefully, will align you enough to get rid of it altogether, or at least, again, at least partially help you out, okay? Anyways, my name is Coach Victoria Islas. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it. And if you have any exercises that you want to share with the costochondritis community, because we all know how annoying this is and how we need help, leave in the comment below, what do you do to reduce your pain besides what the doctor prescribes, and share it with others, guys. Share it, because we need more information on this, and we need to share stuff that's healing for it if it helps people out. Anyways, again, like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so that you do not miss any more of these videos, and I will add a link to all the older videos of me talking about costochondritis below. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video.